You guys have heard me say it before. Am I classist? Maybe. Probably. Everybody thinks I am. I hate rich people. Maybe. Or is it hatred, or is it justified that they're useless and waste their money on nothing but human trafficking? This was a conversation I had with Blondie talking about the tax cuts for the ultra-rich and how the tax cuts need to happen because then the ultra-rich wouldn't be able to buy into the human trafficking from the church. The church wouldn't make any money. So Blondie is not against human trafficking, which is why he called me self-righteous, because I am. Now, in that regard, let's talk about whether or not I am unjustified and I am wrong when I say rich people don't have real problems. When I worked at Papa John's, there was this dumb bitch, I'm going to call her Song, and she was a rich bitch, and she didn't have any real problems, and she thought being a dumb bitch was a personality. Okay? When I say rich people don't have any real problems, this is my metric for that. And if you're a rich person, I know you probably already cut the video because you don't want to hear the poor people bitch. They're complaining. It's good for them. Being poor is good for you. You don't understand how hard it is. Right? I don't understand how hard it is to have a dad that doesn't love you. I don't understand how hard it is to have mommy issues, parents that don't accept you. You're not good enough. They gotta go make money and do drugs and ignore you. I don't understand that. Here's the difference. If I was rich, I'd get psychological help. You're not gonna. And this is why your problems are all fake. So imagine having a series of psychological conditions. Let's talk about it. Maybe you have PTSD, you were abused as a kid, maybe you have mommy and daddy issues. Everybody has mommy and daddy issues. I don't care who you are. Okay? Unless you have the golden parents, which is extremely rare. I've never met anybody, but I have to assume they exist. So, an example, I was overparentified as a kid. Yeah. Now, there is no government program, there is no socialist program, and I know every American is pre-programmed to hate socialism, and you're only supposed to be Republican-like and fascist. That's good for you. You keep all the money in the hands of the rich. They need it for human trafficking and raping kids. Yes, it's important for some reason because people are stupid. And they worship the rich because they're jealous of them. And like they say in the Bible, envy's the biggest sin. So, you have all these problems, and you're poor. Okay? And I'll turn it up. I have scoliosis. Yep. I need regular chiropractic help. People don't believe that. A lot of people go, it's not real. No. I am in crippling pain when my neck is out. I literally can barely function when my neck is out. Okay? I am in that much pain, and I'm good at pain management. So if you're a rich person, and you want to try the poverty games where you go, I'm going to be a poor person for a week, injure yourself, and then don't get medical help because you can't afford it. Okay? When poor people get really, really sick, they go to the ER and rack up a couple $100,000 in debt. That's what they do. Alright. When you're a rich fuck, your parents cover you under your insurance and you can be as stupid as you want. It's a fact. It's not a self-confidence issue with poor people. It's not. It's a risk versus reward versus... If I remember this guy I met, he was a poor dude, he really wanted to be a skateboarder, but after he broke his leg for the second time skateboarding, his parents literally cut his board in half with a hacksaw and told him he could never skateboard again, because the medical bills were that expensive. He was friends with a pro skater who had broken his leg multiple times and his parents laughed it off. Who is actually the superior being here, and who was dicked over by a system or thrown overboard by a system that didn't fucking care? I remember mentioning to the kid, like, if I owned a skate park, I would have an insurance on you getting injured in my park, and then the park would pay for it. Because you're trying to be a pro skater, and you need support to do that. Okay. And the guy looked at me, the rich kid, and I remember because he was there, and just flared and was like, "No, that's socialism! That means that poor people would get a fair shot, and then I wouldn't be as awesome because everything's easy for me because I'm poor!" Now, obviously, those aren't his words, but that's what he meant to say. What he said is I was a piece of shit and a socialist, and I was trying to ruin America. Because as we know, America means everything's easy for the rich fuck who's entitled to everything because daddy and mommy didn't whoop his ass as a kid. This feeds into a lot of other shit, and I remember this whole stupid between me and Blondie and me and every other idiot, and they're monkeys defending a system they don't understand. That is what the Republican Party is by nature. They go tax cuts for the rich, you got to make sure the rich stay rich, and you got to keep taxing the shit out of the poor, and that's the boot on the poor, to make sure the poor stay in their place, and then the rich kids are just handed everything. And then the rich kid goes, "It's because I'm better." No, it's because you're handed it, you loser. And this shit feeds into, like, my sister's idiot boyfriends from this guy I'm going to call Forehead, who liked trannies and did all the gay shit. And his whole thing is he just didn't get love and acceptance. He had a serious abandonment issues because he was put up for adoption as a kid. So he just wanted everybody to love him. He wanted the unconditional love from everyone. So he just had sex with everyone because a lot of idiots think that sex is love. It's a form of acceptance. And in their brain, you're accepting them if you're having sex with them. That's what's going on. And he wanted to be accepted. This guy had serious mental problems, but he was adopted by a wealthy family that enabled him to do drugs and fucking piss away any amount of awesomeness he could have actually created through the free wealth he acquired. Okay. My sister's other idiot boyfriend who literally I don't know what it is with Christians. They hate fetishes. They don't think fetishes are real, which they are. They're a thing, you idiot. And he was like, "When your sister got fat, I loved her." And then my sister told me, no, he wouldn't touch me, and he was acting like a total cock. And then this guy also likes fucking trannies and shit because his parents didn't love him. But you gotta understand, with religious people, love is conditional. And the condition is, you need to follow my religion to the T. You're not allowed to be gay. And spoilers, my sister's boyfriend was gay as hell. He liked dressing up like a woman with a fake vagina and shit. Okay? And he wanted the love and acceptance from mommy and daddy, but it's chaotic. He wants it both ways. Mommy and daddy have to love you. Your parents aren't going to love you because of their religion, okay? If they threw out their religion, you would have the unconditional love you didn't get. And people who want unconditional love, they find people they think love them and then go, "Let me test it by being a total cock and driving them away by being a dick." If you beat anybody enough, eventually they're gonna leave. Okay, but let's talk about this. Both of these guys are crazy stinking rich, and what they need is psychological help. They don't need drugs. Drugs isn't going to do them any good, and that's all these guys do is self-medicate, drugs. It's anything from cocaine to meth and all these other things. And then they tell you what their problem is just from talking to them. They wear it on their sleeves. They seemingly can't hide it for shit. And then they're like, drugs. And you're like, yeah, you know what you could do, rich boy? Get psychological help and turn into something great. Poor fucks like me don't have that opportunity, you waste of money. One of the darkest things I ever said to a rich boy, I remember this shit when I was working at Wendy's. This guy, he had to have a job or else his dad wouldn't give him free money. And we had a back and forth, and I said in my society, I was like, I would find people that were actually looking to become great, and then I would replace those kids with, like, if you have a rich family, the rich family would be forced to support those people because those people have the ire of greatness. And the ire of greatness is recognizing when somebody is a waste to society. And almost every ultra wealthy person in America is a waste to society. They are a mistake. Okay? They're not helping, they're not fixing, they're bitching that they need more money, and spoilers, you will never have enough. Okay, you will never have enough fucking money. You'll never have enough pedophilia. You'll never have enough goddamn human trafficking rings. You'll never ruin enough lives. You'll never destroy enough things. And you'll never be fucking happy because mommy and daddy didn't love you because they loved money first and they wanted more money just like you want more money. And you seem to think it can fix your problems. And spoilers, it can. Take your ass to a psychologist. Poor people can't afford that, so we're going to look at the poor side of this. You have all these mental issues. You have degradation. Your parents didn't love you. Maybe your parents died. Maybe they had cancer. They couldn't go to the hospital because that's too much fucking money, so they died. Now you don't have parents. You feel abandoned. You have abandonment issues. You're angry. You join a gang. You go rob, kill, destroy, you get on drugs. You start, I'm gonna self-medicate on drugs, do all the drugs, roam the street, kill people, rob, do all the stupid things. I have more compassion for that man because he didn't have money to fix his problems. He didn't have money to get psychological help. He didn't have money to go to court. He didn't have money to get a lawyer. He didn't have everything handed to him and then fuck it up. Okay? So here's my words to any rich kid out there that thinks they have real fucking issues. You are a fuck up. Okay? And you need to unfuck yourself. That is what I am going to say. And no, it's not envy in my voice. It's the fact that if I replaced your ass, I'd be able to fix so many fucking problems in society. I'd be able to solve so many goddamn issues. Fuck it, dude. I mean, I might start with fixing my scoliosis. I might start by fixing my fucking teeth. I might start by fucking getting the neurological fucking tests I need from the goddamn heavy metals these faggots at the fucking church poisoned me with. I definitely need a brain scan because I have borderline personality disorder. I have CPTSD. I have psychosis. I have a series of mental disorders, but unlike your bitch ass, if I was given that fucking money, I'd actually fix my problems, and after I fix my problems, I'd help other people, because I'm not garbage. I'm not looking to purchase a car to make a bunch of dumb bitches like me. Okay? I have no chill on this factor at all. The shit that, like, in comic books, it's like Tony Stark is the only fucking billionaire hero. And it always kills me that Lex Luthor is exactly like Tony Stark, but he's in the DC universe, and Lex Luthor is evil. Okay? He's a rich guy that spends all of his money on building suits to fight fucking Superman because he's jealous of Superman. Tony Stark just does the right thing with his billions of dollars and helps people. Okay? And I'm going to say, I don't know, I assume Iron Man pays his taxes, because if you look at the city Iron Man lives in, it's actually a nice city, unlike Gotham, where everything is shit, and it's probably caused because Bruce Wayne's like, if I pay my taxes, I can't be Batman at night. Maybe you don't need to be Batman. Maybe what they need is Bruce Wayne's taxes, and they can fix society. Maybe you need to actually start funding social programs. People love socialism, by the way. They love Social Security. They love the army, the military. Oh boy, do we love the army. And guess what? The army's a socialist program. It is. The stupid shit that somehow we can create billionaires in America, but we can't afford healthcare. Hey, here's something. Hey, billionaires, you want to be real heroes? Hey, Elon, you want people to like you? Jeff Bezos, you want people to like you? Why don't you start paying for fucking single payer healthcare by yourself? You could fucking afford it. Like, whatever, man. We're a benefit to society by putting our boot on the working class. So, yes. So, to end my rant in a coherent form, poor people have just as many problems as rich people. Poor person can have their car go bad. They can have all types. You ever seen a poor person's car? It looks like shit. You know why? Because they can't afford to fix it. Rich people just throw their money at it. Fixed. Buy a new car. Fixed. 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 And then what do they go? I don't want to hear bitching from a guy that's handed everything. Really? And then what do they bitch about? Mommy and daddy didn't love me? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Mommy and daddy not loving you is standard issue. Okay? What you need is psychological help. Not to go on some limerick rant about how you did it yourself when actuality it was billions of dollars that backed you and carried you over the finish line like the loser you are. Okay? There's an entire thing. When you're really poor, you only get one shot at becoming something great. When you're really rich, you have infinite shots. You can fuck up all the fucking time. You can fuck up infinitely. I mean, Donald Trump is the ultimate fuck up. Okay? Every billionaire is a fuck up, and they even you hear it in their storyboards, the amount of times they fucked up. But you know why they didn't stop? You know why they didn't break? It's not because they have a special psychology. It's not because they're unique in any way. It's not because they're masochistic. It's because they have billions of dollars to fall back on, and no matter what, they will always have, even if they fail 1 trillion times. When you're poor, you put every dollar into it, you end up on the street. That's the end of it. You're not going to win. This stuff is the kind of stuff that actually makes me fucking psychotic. Outside of this goddamn church, I fucking wish would just die. Yeah. The hardest thing in life as a poor person is knowing you're powerless and knowing money is a source of power, and the fact that this church has owed me $4 billion, but then was like, I'll kill you if you take it. Like, and all the good I could have done, but they're like, I'll kill you, and then they tell you you're nothing without it. And let me explain to this paradoxical statement about that when Blondie was like, we took your intelligence, if you think you're special because you're smart. And here's the thing, I never considered myself smart. I consider you dumb. Okay? I have difficulty learning everything, and it makes me frustrated and pissed off that it is so hard for me to learn, but I fucking try, okay? Fucking, if you ever find yourself going, we took it from him because he's nothing with it, and one, it's none of your fucking concern whether or not somebody is or is not something without something. And this feeds into, oh, I could have been great, but then they made me a paraplegic. If you're nothing without your body, you'll never be anything with it. Which was the self-righteous chestnut that spilled out of Blondie's entitled bitch-ass mouth. And it came from every one of these church members. Handed everything, and then they look at you and go, you're nothing with money. You'll never know. Fuck you. I murder your ass and replace you fucking tomorrow. You see how much fucking good I can do in the world about your bitch ass, you fucking loser. Okay? You're a fucking loser, nothing more, and your parents were right not to love you. Whatever, man. Yeah. So, closing statement. Rich people, in my personal opinion, do not have real problems. They're fake. And they believe that somehow keeping these problems either makes them relatable, or makes them vulnerable, or makes them understandable, when it just makes them mentally ill. Mental illness is not a personality. It's something that stops you from achieving your highest self. Batman is mentally ill. He's not his highest self.